Hello everyone, I welcome you in this platform of Shaping the Formative Period. In my last video, we have discussed about the sensitive period, what is sensitive periods and what are those 6 sensitivities or sensitive periods. Today we will discuss what happens if we deprive our children, our little ones from the sensitive periods, right? First, let's talk about the sensitivity for order. If the sensitivity for order is lacking, the child may not be able to orientate himself and construct a mental picture of the world. For example, so we all agree that when child comes to this world, his intimate, like his next environment is his home. So if we say, for instance, in one day we do the setup of the home in a way, the child gets up, his visually is understanding, okay, this is how my world, my immediate environment looks like. So he's trying to understand, to orientate that, the entire concept of order or the environment around him. Now next day, maybe we feel that, okay, let us do some changes in the same environment, and just think the child gets up and finds everything, that's okay, what happened, the environment is changed. So the entire mental picture has changed in his mind, right? So he is not able to understand how does his world looks like. That makes him confused. So that's the reason sensitivity for order is very important. The next come to sensitivity learning through the sense. We all know, and I think with the new education policy coming and a lot of schools being coming up with the word sensitive periods, sensory play, sensory tub, it's getting a lot of hype. Everybody is doing that. Why? Because if the child is deprived of right environment during this period, it will inhibit the child from learning. Now just imagine a child, he's seeing this environment but he doesn't have any object to explore, a ball, to understand the shape, to, anything to explore. He will become rebellious minded. The other day I was saying, we were discussing that it develops its neurological structure. So definitely when there is no stimulus, no stimuli going in his mind and his brain, he's not getting anything, so he'll become rebellious and minded, which may be due to the fact that he has no opportunity to work with the materials in the environment. We have not kept any material for him to explore. So he's not doing any sensory exploration. When it's no sensory exploration, no fun for him, no inquisitive for him for learning. So definitely he will become the rebellious kind of, rebellious minded. The next is sensitivity to small objects. Now if we deprive a child, if we continuously keep telling child that, okay, don't touch this, this is a small object, what you want to do this, let's not. And if, say for instance, a child while going to the park has seen a small pebble or seen a leaf and he really want to go and see how does the leaf look like, or perhaps wants to pick the pebble and say that, okay, how does the pebble looks like, and we say, and we are like saying, no, don't pick it up, it's dirty, whatever the thing is that. So when we deprive the sensitivity of small objects, we may discourage the curiosity of the child in discovering new things. When the child's curiosity has no development, the child becomes less observant, and in turn it affects his learning. How? Because whenever he is in this learning environment, he's not observing, his curiosity is not there, so he's not becoming active learner, he's becoming passive learner, right? Now let's go to the sensitivity to walking. Walking miles and climbing up and down the staircase has the purpose of perfecting his movement, the child's movement. Providing the right environment is important for this sensitive period, as the children continuously developing their gross motor skill. The more the child will walk, the more the child will move his hand, the more the child will jump, his gross motor skill will develop. The need to develop this balance and this agility are very important for the development of the entire personality of the child, because when the child's gross motor skill will develop, the child will be more confident. If the child still takes assistance in moving up and down, that will have impact on his self-esteem, right? We all know that, right? When the child is confident, the child is having self-respect for himself. Okay, I can do this, right? So whenever we see that the child is climbing up and down, jumping through, or passing through the puddle, please don't stop. As an adult, observe the child, just see that child is not falling, not harming himself. That's it. Sensitivity to language. I think we all know these days that this sensitivity is very important. The more the child will hear the human sounds, the child's vocabulary will develop faster, right? The more we read to the child, the more we talk to the child in correct language, child's vocabulary will develop faster. If we don't talk to the child, if we only talk when it's needed, the child's language will not develop. And what will happen? It will affect his or her communication skill. And we all know that these days, the better communication skill you have, the smarter the child is. Let's not avoid the fact, right? Yes. And the last is the sensitivity to social aspects of life, and we all accept the fact that, and I know that as parents, as young parents, even though you are working, we all are working, we take out our time to socialize, to make our children socialize with other kids, yeah, take our children to the park. But remember one thing, we always say that charity begins at home. So, at home, when you are a family as a unit, you please interact with your child, give your child importance, let him initiate in talking, okay? When the child will feel comfortable, when the child will socialize with each and every family member, the child will also start socializing the others outside. Take your child outside, show them the world around him, make him more socialized, not only with friends, not only with his peer group, but the physical, world around himself, right? So, that's very important. So, if we deprive our children from these sensitive periods, the natural conquest, okay, in child goes away, diminishes, thus hampering the proper development of his psychic life. With this, I will conclude my discussion, and please keep observing your children, please keep supporting your children, love them, communicate with them, talk to them, observe which sensitive period the child is undergoing, accordingly give them the more opportunities. Thank you so much.